I am so tired. So hi, welcome to what is hopefully a reading vlog. I don't know. It is currently Sunday the 27th, I think. I just haven't really read anything, and I could go on and on about why I think that is, but I don't have a concrete reason. My goal this week is to finish a classic before the end of the month and either finish or get partway through another book. I don't know, I would love to be reading again. The most recent classic that I picked out of my TBR jar is Shakespeare's Sonnets, and this is like a whole thing. If you don't know, these are hard, complicated, confusing to read. I don't know if I'll end up reading it or if I'll just end up like keeping it because I own this really pretty edition. I have Sherry LaPena's newest book checked out, which I had started a week and a half ago, and I had enjoyed what I had read, but then it expired, so then I had to recheck it back out. So that's another book that I guess I'm in the middle of, but basically we'll see what comes in through Libby/Overdrive and go from there. I really want to be reading. I was hoping to participate in the audiobookathon. It was supposed to be happening this weekend, and I didn't participate at all. To make a very complicated and story I don't even know how to explain, I just don't feel like myself lately. I feel like my mental energy is gone. This year, my mental health has challenged me in ways that it never has before. And I don't just mean, oh, it got bad. Honestly, it's been worse. It's not that it's the worst that it's ever been, but it's the most complicated that it's ever been. It's taking a lot of time and energy to sort it out. And I don't know when or if I'll ever get this out of this, whatever this is, which is basically I do what I have to do and I have no energy for anything else, and it makes me sad thinking about it, and it just sucks. I'm in this rut, but I can't get myself out because I don't know why I'm here. Kind of explain it. Basically, every time I think I'm working through and fixing an issue, it branches off and becomes another beast without fully closing the other chapter. So it's just like I keep opening all of these new chapters and complicated ends of my mental health that I have to work through every day and challenge every day of my life, but none of them go away or are things that I don't still struggle with. So basically, I'm struggling with the most things mentally that I ever have in my entire life. Basically, every time I try to calm down and just be, I'm being attacked. It's been tiring. It's so weird. It's so weird to explain because I've been lower, darker, way worse that way. This isn't that. This is like every day are just things I have to battle and fight through, and bad patterns that I have to break, and it is exhausting because I still have to fight them every day. Every day there is stuff that I have to fight. It doesn't matter how much I come to understand it, how intuitive I've become, I still have to fight them. That's where I've been. I've just been all up in this. What's new? Nothing. This eye makeup is courtesy of this very pretty palette my sister bought me. Absolutely stunning. Isn't that pretty? I got a new little wrist cozy, and it's basically like a nice in-between between this and this that I can wear / have to wear when I'm in a lot of pain. That's another thing. I had a scare where I thought I would have to maybe get wrist surgery again, but luckily it's nothing I have to do. It's like a choice thing. I've been to like 900 doctor's appointments. I think I've probably gone to like upwards of 15 in the past month. Been busy being sick, being disabled, like it's a full-time freaking job. Like, hello. I want to read and I want to be here and present on my channel, and I just, also you may have noticed, probably not in this clip because I'm in the dark, I dyed my hair. Look at that. Wow. I know I look pretty today. I'm gonna go. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. Hello. It is now Monday at like 3 o'clock. I know my hair looks bad. You don't need to say anything. I'm trying to go farther between washes. It's hard. I have some matcha here. Came on here to tell you that I DNF'd a book that I was talking about, which was The End of Her by Sherry LaPena. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. I DNF'd it because I don't like reading thrillers where I get told what's happening before the characters find out. So you get so much of the plot so early on. You don't necessarily know all of the motives, but it did a flashback and then like to present day type thing. And then it like connected all of the dots like right away. And I don't know why. I didn't want to continue it because I'm like, do I think this is going to be a new favorite book? No. I have not decided what my next read will be. I have no clue whatsoever. Hey, howdy. So as I just showed you, I just finished making apple crisp. Very thrilling stuff. It's currently Tuesday at 2:30. I'm actually home by myself for once. Happens like once a month maybe. Decided to make an apple crisp. As you can see, we have a crap ton of apples that we bought because it's apple season. I'm probably now going to make a coffee because it's gloom and doom outside. Like, you can't tell, but it's raining. And if I don't make coffee and I'm home by myself, I'm gonna fall asleep. Could steal some of my sister's cold brew. She won't mind, right? Okay, so my sister actually forgot to press cold brew this morning, so we're gonna press it because she asked me to. And we'll wait to see if she tells me I can drink it, even though I kind of want to do it anyway, but we'll be nice and respectful. Sweet, she said we could have some. Here we go. Oop, you can't even see it. Cool. So we're definitely gonna wait for my stevia to come because it's only like 4 stops away, according to Amazon. The reason I bought stevia is normally I use these type of things just because they taste good and they don't make my stomach hurt. So I normally use them for any type of coffee that I make. But lately I've been trying to kind of like reduce my dairy intake. I don't know, just to see how it makes me feel. Think, oh, but that's so easy to do. Like, almond milk and almond milk creamers are galore right now. Like, you can find an almond milk creamer in any brand, any taste, whatever. The problem is that I'm also like low carb / like very low sugar. So that presents a problem because it's hard to find almond milk creamers without sugar that taste good. And I'm not the type of person that can just do straight up almond milk because I think it tastes like junk. I'm gonna be honest. Almond milk in coffee with no other things in it, I hate it. I think it tastes disgusting. I think it just, if you love almond milk coffee, I love that for you. But I also think you're lying. I just don't think it tastes as good. With coconut milk, it has a very close consistency to dairy. It's much thicker and it gives me like that creamy coffee taste without actually being cream. Sometimes I just like to be fun and switch it up, even though I have no reason to switch it up. It's not like I'm like dairy intolerant or anything like that. I don't know if I connected the syrup sweetener with the coconut milk, but a lot of those sweeteners don't taste as good with the coconut milk. They kind of add like a funky taste and they kind of interact too much. And right now I have like intense flavors. I don't have like a vanilla one. So I'm waiting for the stevia to get here so that way I can add sweetness into my coffee without having an intense flavor. Did any of that make sense? I feel like I have chaotic energy today. Okay, normally I'm not rude like this at all. Like, I'm not judgmental about delivery people, but I literally saw him throw my package. Like, he was standing at like where my steps are and just threw it at my door. Now look, I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit and I'm gonna put almond milk in my coffee. But it's because I want to add like volume to it. You'll see. I also hate the color. It makes it like, the secret with stevia as well is making sure that you don't add in too much. So we're gonna try like 1/8 of a teaspoon. I realize this isn't gonna dissolve. I can't use the stevia because it's cold, idiot. All of that was pointless waiting for the stevia because I can't even freaking use it. We're gonna add some coconut milk. We're gonna add some hazelnut thing to it. I kind of don't hate that. Top tip, so now I know, because that blended in perfectly. I thought it was gonna be all chunky, but you can't even tell that that's coconut milk. I have heard that if you put coconut milk in the fridge first before you use it, that it won't do that. So that's good to know. I hope my apple crisp ends up okay. It kind of, I don't know, looks weird. I'm gonna drink my coffee and I'll talk to you when I've read something. So, hello. It is now October 2nd. I'm confusing myself because I'm filming like weird other videos and really confusing myself thoroughly. I started a book today. I also filmed my wrap up for August and September and my TBR for October. So my goal is to edit some of that tonight, but it's already 9 p.m. and your girl goes to bed early. I started The Silence Between Us by Alyssa Gervais and I'm loving it. I think it's so interesting. I mean this in like the nicest way possible, but like if it didn't have the dynamics it had going on, if it wasn't like representation, I wouldn't be reading it, because it reads very much like a typical YA contemporary, and I find myself getting very easily frustrated with main characters, but I recognize that's because I don't love that much reading from a YA perspective anymore. The only time it's kind of tolerable for me is if it's like in another format like thriller or sci-fi fantasy, whatever. So this is very much out of my realm, but so far it's going good. I'm really liking it. What's really interesting is listening to it and listening to how the American Sign Language gets, how it gets translated, and then listening to it is so interesting. The pronunciation is different, and that's interesting. I'd never thought about that. I don't know if it's specific to this character, if that was mentioned or not. Maybe it was mentioned, I don't know, but it's just interesting. It's very interesting. I've read almost 2 hours, I think like 1 hour and 40 minutes today, which is wonderful. I haven't read that much in I don't know how long. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now because it's late and I don't read past a certain time. But also I felt very pretty today. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's not of importance to this vlog. It's not important to reading, but I think it's nice to like say that sometimes. Like, I think I look really nice. You know, self-confidence can be really hard to deal with and understand and have a good amount of. So I just wanted to say I liked how I looked today. I looked nice. I leave you with those good vibes and I will see you tomorrow. Good evening. Maybe this is my new location. I don't know. It's now Saturday night. I look like an egg. Didn't do much reading today, but I did end up, what did I do today? I made a charcuterie board with my sister. I didn't even take a picture of it because it wasn't really that pretty. We were more just interested in the consuming of it. Watched some TV while we had that, and then I hopped on with my sister and brother-in-law from Florida, and we played Jackbox games for a couple hours. I read ever so slightly more in The Silence Between Us, and I'm still really enjoying it. It's always interesting to find out that people you know are partying in the middle of a pandemic, and it's hard to get over. It's kind of all I had to add for right now. Just so tired of people being disappointing to me. Good evening. It's now Sunday night. My fan is on, the tapestry is moving because the fan is on, my window is open. I look a little bit like a crazy lady, but like I'm going with it. I just finished watching Enola Holmes. Wow, so good, literally so good. I absolutely loved it. It's Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill and Sam Claflin, is that how you say his name? I loved it. It was so good. If you like powerful girls and mysteries and Sherlock Holmes, can't recommend it enough. It was wonderful. I loved it. We stand. I was telling my family that I want to watch 17 more of those movies, and I want to watch that movie again, and I just finished it. I also got a couple boring clothing items. I got these shorts that look very boring, but they're very comfortable. I think they'll be nice like house pajama shorts. I bought these like wide leg crop pants to like lounge around in, and I'm very excited. Basically, I was hoping I could find basics today because I haven't bought like basic long sleeve shirts in literal years. I've just been like putting it off, and clothes last me a long time because I'm like a fully grown adult, so I just don't go through clothes quickly. So I was hoping to find them, didn't find them, didn't find new shirts. I'm gonna have to go online. But I found these and they were cheap. I paid $8. So I was also like, I should buy these because I know I'm not going anywhere this winter and fall. I'm just gonna be spending it inside my house. So might as well buy more comfy clothes, am I right? Because we all know this isn't gonna be over in a couple months because people are already having house parties and it's barely even gotten cold. But I knew that was gonna happen, so I called it. One thing that I wanted to talk about was shopping as a plus size person is so difficult, and I'm so over it. Like, I feel like over time things have supposedly gotten more inclusive size wise. More brands are coming out with these extended sizes but like have nothing in store. Like, I still can walk, I got them at H&M, and that was like the only thing I could find in my size was like that. Everything else just like, they had stuff that I could wear, but like I'm the like max, which is ridiculous. So frustrating. It always has been. Shopping has always been a nightmare for me. I can never find clothes fit me right. Let me just think a little bit, because I don't have a large, especially since like my body has changed the last couple of years. I have a very small top half and a large bottom half, but I'm not like hippie or have a big butt or like anything cool like that. I just have a lot of belly. I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, and clothes just aren't made for me. And especially if I do try to fit into straight sizing, it tends to taper in there, and it's just not the look that I always want. Like, if I want something to be slim fitted, then that's okay. And there's a time and a place for that. But like, I don't always want slim fitting clothing. I should be able to have the option to have things be not super tight on me. It's super frustrating anytime I go anywhere and shop. It's just horrendous and awful, and I hate it. And and it's even harder right now because I don't know why, but shopping, trying to buy clothes in a pandemic is very, very hard, especially if you are fat. Target, 90% of their plus size stuff that I've tried to buy, I go to buy it and it's like out of stock of every color. Like, especially if it's a basic, like I have to now probably go on tonight to buy stuff so that way it doesn't sell out. Because like during the summer, it like sold out online, and like they don't have it in store either. So it's just, it's a whole thing. Like, even Target, which is decent at being size inclusive now, like they've really stepped it up a lot more than other stores, especially for their quality and their pricing. But it just runs out because they're like the only ones that do it at affordable pricing. Oh, I did read today. almost forgot. I read like over an hour, almost an hour and a half of my audiobook, which is very, very, very exciting. So I'm now like just over 3 hours into it, so I'm halfway through it, almost halfway through. So I want to get more read tomorrow, but I'm just happy that we're on a good pace here. I'm glad that I'm still trucking along. I'm so excited. Another thing I want to bring up, since we're just gonna like throw in everything in the kitchen sink at the end of this vlog, I've been struggling lately for so many different reasons. Recently, over the past couple of months, I have fluctuated in weight. I have lost weight, which is, it's just because like, it's not like, I'm not like any smaller than I was like at my smallest, if that makes sense. Like, but basically I'm just eating right for me again, so I'm just like at like my normal resting when I'm eating well and not like doing things that aren't good for me. It's really weird to like film and look at myself. I haven't had dramatic weight loss, like I'm not saying I've lost 50 pounds or anything, but just that difference. I notice it a lot, and I look at me and like I look so different. You know, people who tell you to lose weight, that'll make you happier, that'll make you better. It's not a guarantee that it'll make you happier or love yourself anymore. Like right now, looking at me, I think I look weird because I notice differences in my face and like things up here, and it's just weird. It looks like I'm looking at a different face. Ooh, why does life and weight and eating have to be so complicated? I don't have any conclusive thoughts, just that I've been struggling with it. Am I ever not struggling with something? So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pack it in. I will see you in the next video, which will probably be another vlog. Probably start another vlog tomorrow. This was a pretty decent week. I kind of turned it around. I kind of turned it around a little bit. We didn't do anything the first half of the week, but we turned it around. We've gotten productive. I watched like 3 booktube videos today. We're getting somewhere. So that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you're currently reading down below. I don't have many bookish thoughts in this video. There's a whole lot of other blah, 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 rambling. So I shall hopefully see you in the next video, which hopefully isn't forever from now. Bye.